Friends, I hope that you enjoyed that story about the roller coaster as much as I did. I wanted to share that story with you because great writers choose small moments. What does that mean? Well, Marlee Frazee could have chosen to write about her whole entire day that she spent. Maybe it was at the beach. It looked like that roller coaster was at the beach, perhaps. She could have talked about arriving at the parking lot, and she could have talked about, I enjoyed going swimming in the ocean. Then perhaps she could have said, I played Pac-Man in the arcade. And then she could have said, I also played and I also won something in the claw machine. And then she might say, and last, I went on the roller coaster. But instead of talking about her whole entire day, she focused on just a little tiny piece of her day. And I'd like you to think about that today when you're doing your writing in your journal. Can you tell about a specific thing that happened? The more specific, the better. So let me share with you, for example, about Ms. Frazee's writing. I'll talk about that, and then I'll give you an example about choosing a small moment to write about rather than writing about your whole entire day. So Ms. Frazee could have said, she could have just written about the whole thing. She could have said, I went to the fun park this weekend. And that would be like the whole thing. That's what she did. But then she's going to cut it and get a little bit smaller. Can she give us a little more detail? How about this? On Friday, I went to the fun park with my friends. We all had a blast on the roller coaster. Well, that's giving us a little bit more information. The first thing we heard is that she went to the fun park. The next thing we heard is that she had a fun time on the roller coaster with her friends. But Ms. Frazee only focused on the roller coaster, and I thought that was so special. She just talked about that ride, and she talked about it in such detail that I felt like I was on the roller coaster too. I felt like I was going up the hill and I was going down the hill. And when she talked about someone closing her eyes, I felt like she was talking about me. So, if we get down to the seed of the watermelon, a little detail in our writing, let's just focus on the roller coaster. We're not going to focus on spending the whole day at the park and that being great. We're not going to focus on just saying the roller coaster was fun. But instead, we could say something, and she did, like, it was so exciting. Everyone was standing in line at the roller coaster. Some people looked nervous, and they turned and walked the other way. They were too afraid. Once we got onto the car, it went click, clack, all the way up the hill. And then she so beautifully described all the twists and turns and the excitement of actually being on the roller coaster. Great writers make small moments big and memorable. So I'm going to try it with my own topic today. Let's say I was going to do the watermelon, like giving you the whole picture. So, for example, you could say, my family, we're going to put proper spacing between each word, right? Went to the beach. Now, I cannot quite fit yesterday. I'm just going to slide it right down here. Yesterday. Okay, that's good, but I wonder what you did when you were there. That leaves a lot of questions. So let's get in a little further. Let's take a slice out of that watermelon and look inside. What else do we do there? Let me grab a different color pen. So for a slice, you might say, my family went to the beach yesterday. My family, oh, that isn't very good spacing there. Be sure you put a finger space between each word. My family went to the beach yesterday. And then we're going to put a period because that's the end of our thought, right? And I'm going to add something to it, a detail. My boys enjoyed going on their boogie boards. My boys enjoyed going boogie boarding. My boys enjoyed boogie boarding. Boogie boarding. Now that's better. It gives a detail about the day. It goes from the big picture to giving a detail. But I want to get in really close and describe the way it looked when my boys were boogie boarding. So that's what I'm going to do. Yesterday at the beach, day at the beach. It's so hard for me to write at this angle, so I'll just tell you what I would say. Yesterday at the beach, we had a wonderful time. The boys ran out with their boogie boards trailing after them. They timidly entered the ocean at first, and then they went at full gallop and got completely soaked. At first, it took a while for them to catch a wave. Swish, swish, swish went the water past them. But finally, they were able to land a wave. Lincoln jumped on top and rode the wave all the way to the shore. When he stood up, he was covered in seaweed. We had a great day at the beach. So instead of just saying we had a great day at the beach, I focused on a tiny moment, the boogie boarding. Today, if you're writing about something special that happened in your life, maybe a special Christmas or a special Hanukkah, a special holiday, a special time that you went somewhere, perhaps going to the park or going to a friend's house. Focus on a special moment that you had when you were there. I can't wait to read your writing. Bye-bye.